Peace. Welcome back to the channel. This is a space for us to talk about ways and practices to reduce the suffering in our lives and to live happier, healthier existences so that we can really be in harmony in ourselves and we can spread that to those around us, being a positive force in this world. Today, we're talking about a really beautiful practice that was shared to the world by the Buddha all those years ago. And it's been kept alive in its purity through various lineages. And now we get a chance to practice it ourselves. It involves staying equanimous, practicing equanimity, which in other words is staying grounded, staying balanced with whatever happens in your life. Whatever happens to you today, after this video, I want you to put this into practice. So it's not just intellectual, but it's experiential. It's wisdom you can apply to your life. It's a very simple practice. Whatever happens in your day, whether it's good or not good, whether you like it or you don't like it, the practice is to observe your mind. Observe how you react. Observe what arises, right? When something negative happens, the mind gets frustrated. The mind gets upset. The mind gets stressed out. And you'll notice your breath starts to get agitated. Your body starts to heat up. And you lose your center. You get off balance, right? You lose your center, you lose your balance, okay? And the same thing happens when you get overly agitated, overly excited about something. You lose your balance. The practice wants you to stay centered, stay grounded. Whatever happens, this is a perfect practice because you can really start to observe your life, observe yourself, and how you react. What the Buddha teaches and what you'll start to find out for yourself is that the mind often goes to two places. The mind usually goes to the past and it brings up memories that were beautiful. Oh my God, it was so great. I wish it could be like this. Or it brings up negative things, right? Oh my God, what did you do? You know, you didn't do this right. You didn't speak to this person. You missed out on this deal. You should have done this. Or it sends you to the future, right? Expectation. Oh, things are going to be so great when this happens. Oh, I can't, it pulls you, right? Watch yourself. Sit in meditation. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath and observe. The mind loves to go to the past or to the future, but it rarely wants to stay here and now, right? And this practice of equanimity is to get you here and now, in this moment. Observe how slippery the mind is and how it really wants you to go to the past or to the future. Now, the practice is to stay present. And it's so beautiful because you can put this into practice anywhere, wherever you are. If you're at work, if you're with your family, if you're in the park, wherever you are, you're at the gym, you're at the beach, wherever you are. You practice this and you become more and more aware. You become more observant of your mind. So the beauty of this practice, it doesn't require belief. It doesn't require you to imagine something that's not here. The practice actually only works in the present moment. So whatever happens in your life, whatever arises, right? You observe it for what it is, and you stay equanimous. You don't overreact. You don't underreact. If it requires you to act, you act, right? If the house is on fire, you observe what's happening, you observe it as it is, and you act consciously, right? Instead of running around, panicking, screaming, you stay cool, you stay concentrated, and you do what you need to do. The beauty of this practice is that as you develop more silence in your being, you can actually hear intuitively what you are to do. And in the silence, so much beauty, so much goodness happens. Your intuition sharpens. Your intuition becomes so sharp that you finally hear what you are meant to do, right? So we go from karma to dharma. We go from creating more suffering and more confusion and reacting to things. You go from that state, you go from that to the present, where you can actually hear what's here for you right now. So many people, if you observe, right, because you're becoming an observer, you're becoming so sharp in your observation of reality as it is, not as you want it to be. So you start cutting down on your suffering. You start cutting down on all this expectation that you're building, and you simply observe reality as it is. It's so beautiful. And you start to observe your ego for what it thinks it is. You start to observe your mind as all of that calms down. Your true self, your true nature arises, and you become so intuitive, you become so sharp that you're able to respond in the moment, right? You're not creating pre-scripted responses, because that's not life. That's not life. That's artificial. Life happens in the moment. Life is spontaneous, right? And you become able to respond and actually dance with life, right? All of these practices make you more present. They make you more alive. They make you more, they bring you here. Okay? They bring you to the moment. So whatever happens, you start to understand it's just phenomena that arises, has its moment, and passes away. Everything arises, has its moment, and passes away. And again, the beauty of this practice is that it asks you to stay within the framework of your body and of this moment. Not what happened yesterday, not what's going to happen tomorrow, right? If something happens and I start to get agitated, I can observe that. Agitation, stress, excitement, right? You can observe it and you can start to create a bit of distance from it so you don't react, and so that you don't get sucked away again into your mental crazy, so that you don't suffer anymore. You don't keep creating suffering for yourself and for others. And now you become a source of peace for others. You become harmony. And when things happen, people will turn to you because you're the one that's cool. You're the one that's calm. You're the one that actually brings stability to the situation. And my friends, you become a breath of fresh air. You actually contribute something positive to the situation, and watch your life become honey. Watch your life become good fruits for others. Because at the end of the day, we're not living alone. We're living in community. We're living together. We're sharing this existence with our loved ones, with those we care about. And you become a source of good. You become a source of joy. You become a source of happiness for others. And you can share it. You can become positive. You can bring more joy to the world. But it starts with you. It starts with the awareness that we develop with this practice of equanimity, of not reacting to the world, being in the world but not of it. And watch how slowly you become so much more calm, so much more composed. You don't react as much because there's less mental attachment to the things that happen outside. Life is beautiful. Life is a miracle. It's a blessing that we have this experience to be alive. Remember, nothing lasts forever. Everything is impermanence. Everything you see around you, all the phenomena that arises, even your body, if you really become sharp and clear in your observation, you'll realize that even the body is changing all the time. Your mind is changing all the time. So if you really want to stop creating suffering for yourself and for those around you, observe your mind, observe your reality. Don't react. Stay present, stay in the here and now. When you're in your meditation and you watch your mind drifting off to the past, drifting off to the future, you slowly, lovingly, compassionately bring it back to this moment. The moment. That's really all there is. And we practice, we do this consistently, we do this daily. Use your life as the resistance training, as the gym, to make your mind sharp, to make your mind clear, to develop your intuition, and generate peace, generate love, generate compassion. Spread that into those around you and watch life give that back to you. Watch your life become much more abundant, much more joyful, much more playful, much more magical. You are what you think. You become what you think, and we can always change that. Keep practicing your meditation. Keep practicing staying equanimous with whatever happens in your day. I hope you have a beautiful, joyful day, full of awareness, full of compassion for yourself and others, because we're all going through this. We're all going through this, right? And we're all at different stages of evolution of our consciousness. And the beauty is that as you get better, as you improve, as you become more equanimous, those around you are going to take notice. They're going to take notice again. They're going to ask you, hey, what did you do, man? What did you change, girl? How did you become so peaceful? And you'll share with them the same thing. I stopped reacting. I started observing my life, my reality as it is, not as I want it to be. I realized how I project to every moment. I try to control every moment. I realized that my mind loves to go to the past or the future, and it loves to project, and it wants things to be a certain way. But when I accepted my place in the universe and I realized I'm a part of this universe and I don't have to react to what happens outside of me, I can instead stay calm and equanimous and respond from that place. My life changed, completely changed. And your life is going to change too. All right, if you made it this far, thank you. I hope you get something out of this. I really believe that it will change your life. It's absolutely transformed mine. It's made me so much more present, clear, focused. I feel so much more abundant. Opportunities just come because I'm here. I'm not up here. I'm here in the now with what is. So leave me a comment if you made it this far. Leave a like, subscribe. I'm sending you beautiful, joyful, peaceful ocean vibrations. More videos coming every day. We're going to keep sharpening this, keep developing our minds. And yeah, life is good. Enjoy it.